The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13.
And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone, so this ball will come out to the 30 now.
To the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, go, go! Go, go!
They'll run. This is Bashal Tootin.
Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now. Right away, they rack up 10 yards on their first play from scrimmage. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Right back to him on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
You look at this Browns defense.
They enter play here 24th in the league against the run.
And the focus now is making sure that they're hitting on all cylinders as they head into the playoffs. And that means they've got to stop the run better. Because playoff football often means running football. So they've got to be prepared for that.
The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Lawrence.
It's Hill, complete. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. Looking to put a drive together.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins.
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury.
Ready.
On play action, they'll throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter.
Hey, check that.
On 1st down, here's Judkins.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The Browns at 4-7 now on the year. And they come in just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us. Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
3rd and 4.
Set it.
They'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards.
And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. You look at this Browns defense.
Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Easy, Ralph.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
Lawrence will throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And it pushes right forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. 2nd and 5.
Setting up a screen for Judkins.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
On the jump.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3.
Come on. Set. Hawk 70. Let's go.
They'll drop to throw.
He rifles one, that's going to be intercepted.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, here's Lawrence.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
A promising sign there from an offense that hasn't done a whole lot to this point. Nice job to locate the open receiver. And it's good yardage and a 1st down to open the drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Fred, film.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And the Jaguars are going to have a 1st and goal as he's inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Danger. Stop. Go, let's go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence.
The quick slant caught. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Hey, Lion.
Turton will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Butker is on target,
and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 40 yards.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Ready? 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let go.
They'll run from the gun. It's Jenkins.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on.
Johnny Lion.
They're going to look to throw.
They'll swing this out to Jenkins.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. What do they have for this? 3rd and 11.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now back to throw.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Now 2nd and 9. Now Lawrence.
And Thomas has it.
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20.
Touchdown, Jaguars.
Brian Thomas
with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Jags are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that That should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Lisa 24. Silver.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. Second and 2. Now a second and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
Lawrence.
Second and 2.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he will have a Jaguars first down. At least it appears that way. And he got it by maybe the length of a football.
Third and 2, right? So this is a situation where low man has got to win at the line of scrimmage. But it's not just the low man winning. It's the low man who's winning with some force. And they had that to pick up the first down.
Barely picking it up, but they did. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jaguars will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Butker on for the PAT. And it is now 21-0.
Next to score, Jaguars 21. Browns nothing. Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Their own 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a 3-score deficit staring him in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
Warrior 70.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
70 Lions.
Back to throw. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Come on, set. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Got to be careful here, backed up this deep on third down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he's given his guys a shot for late points as they will take over in range for a field goal or maybe more.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Finds Hill on the crossing route, complete.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the 3-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Rip, 23. Hey, I'm gun. Focus, hot. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he's got it. It's Thomas for a Jacksonville touchdown.
Brian Thomas as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. And I think they're going to at least take a look at this. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Browns, nothing. Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
23-yard line.
On the jump.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Now he'll tuck this and run.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Tag. Hawk 70. Ready.
They'll throw now on the final play. And his throw's going to be incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now, so as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down, and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Here we go. 60 Eagles.
Here's 2nd and 8. Now he's going to step up and run. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Ready. Cowboy 80.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's go. 18 Cardinal, 18, go.
He'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Going for the deep ball. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as they'll go for it on 4th down. They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st.
Ready. Cougar 19. Ready.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
2nd and 11. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen.
And the Browns are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 4 yards out. And the Browns are able to cut into that deficit.
Joey Sly on for the extra point.
He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Next to score, Jaguars 28, Browns 7.
Yeah, really with you. I should probably start a hit, boy, because I got all the hits, boy. All that Drake, you got a chip. I be on my little mouse drip.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
And the tight end goes in motion left.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
61 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Down the right sideline.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Bashal Tootin with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Jaguars are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Oh, I was just about to say he had missed an extra